Greetings, I am your host, Dr. Wolfula. Well, I'm in the Halloween mood early this year, so I decided to review a good free Candy Day movie before October shows its horrifying face. Instead, I watched this. Jacko, an ultra-obscure, low-budget slasher flick. I'm sure you're asking yourselves, Doctor, is it really that bad? Of course it is. Why would you even ask me that question? Let's watch. This classic begins with a young boy named Sean and a guy who's probably his creepy uncle and/or kidnapper sitting around a campfire.
Mr. Jack will break your back, cut off your head with a whack, whack, whack. There's a story behind that old nursery rhyme, Sean. Would you like to hear it?
Yeah, sure, just don't rate me.
Many years ago, on a night just like this, the men of Oakmore Crossing caught a murderer. He told them a monster would come for them. Jocko, Mr. Jack, the Pumpkin Man.
So we dissolve to a flashback of a newspaper boy groping some farm equipment. When he hears the bell to come home, the boy rushes there to find his dad building a cross while spewing needless exposition.
The Bible says, know thine enemy. He's cursed us all.
You and your brother hung him. He's dead. Let his evil rest.
He sent us a demon from hell.
Oh yeah, this movie.
Take care of your mother, boy. Always do what she tells you. Always love her.
Right. Come on. Do something already! What the fuck? How is that a nightmare? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, so Sean looks out the window and sees someone outside.
Pumpkin Man.
Another nightmare? Is this an episode of Goosebumps? The next day, Sean and his friends walk home from school.
Hey, I bet you that's the head of Mr. Jack, the Pumpkin Man. Mr. Jack will snap your spine, cut you in half with the scaly vine.
Oh, great, this again. Didn't we get enough exposition from these two guys?
Probably didn't tell you about the witch either.
What witch? Bobby says he saw a witch walking around the neighborhood this morning. He's so full of it.
Oh yeah, well here she comes again.
So the gang see the quote-unquote witch and go into hiding.
This is what they used to do to witches. They threw rocks at them, tied them up, and burned them.
Bobby, don't!
Wow, that was sad.
I'll get her this time. Bobby, don't! You'll get us in trouble! Ow! Get you, John Kelly!
So the witch breaks up this little squabble and escorts Sean home to his father.
He's a brave little boy.
Sean's special.
Right, special. Sean has another obvious nightmare where he meets Emperor Palpatine.
There's little use in trying to resist me. My will is much stronger than yours.
He then wanders into a barn where he sees a couple covered in red corn syrup.
Please help us. Please help us.
Sean.
How did she get into his house? Later that night, a few teens drive out to the local haunted forest. Oh, I wonder what will happen in this scene. Seriously, movie, could you be more predictable? So these kids find some graves and a cross stabbed into the earth.
Cool. A killer old cross. Shannon, don't say I never gave you anything.
Leave it alone.
Afraid of ghosts?
Maybe they didn't move all the bodies. Just a little respect for the dead.
Maybe he's right. Let's go see what else we can find.
Oh, you'll be back. No teen can resist fucking with a cross. The next 5 minutes of scenes have nothing happening, except a random shower scene, but I'll skip it anyway. Sorry. The teens are playing tag for some reason, and one of them just had to fuck with that damn cross. So they get what's coming to them when the great pumpkin pops out of the ground and murders all of them. Oh, come on! She didn't even get a sex scene. What's with all the dreams, movie? This isn't Inception, for God's sakes. On the day of Halloween, Sean meets his babysitters, aka additions to the body count, and one of the girl's boyfriends lets Sean ride on his chopper. Wow, he looks like he's having fun.
David, how could you let this happen?
They were going 5 miles per hour! On the night of Halloween, a bunch of kids start pranking this elitist couple's house for not giving out candy. One of these pricks finally goes outside, hoping to start some shit.
A little late for trick-or-treating. Aren't you, bucko?
But all he gets is a scythe through his navel. We also get shots of his wife making toast for some reason. I never thought an impalement could make me so hungry. So the white guy's wife comes looking for him, but all she finds is his corpse with tomato soup coming out of the mouth. Scared, she runs into the house, turns off the lights, and actually leaves the door open for the murderer to get in. This is borderline retarded behavior. Well, the lady gets to the kitchen where she grabs the knife, slips and electrocutes herself with a toaster. Seriously, in moments she becomes a fake skeleton covered in cartoon lightning. Jacko didn't have to do jack shit in this scene. These teenagers on the motorcycle decide they just have to have sex in the middle of the woods. But the girl decides not to because the director didn't pay her enough. The leather jacket guy ditches her and gets killed via decapitation. His fake head rolls into his girlfriend's hands, and she, of course, runs away. The girl manages to find a construction worker to help her, yet he chooses not to drive away to safety and has his throat slit instead. She runs off, never to be seen again. Sean is out trick-or-treating with his babysitter. They both run into Jacko at the playground, and Sean gets away with the babysitter trying to distract Jacko, who shoves her. Then he just walks away. Come on, finish her! Jacko chases Sean around on somebody's lawn, and eventually they get to the kid's house.
Let me in!
Sean's parents can't open their own front door, and he ends up kidnapped by Jacko. Jacko starts burying Sean, who's obviously upset by this.
No!
The witch lady tries to stop Jacko with her magic locket thing, but she gets stabbed to death anyway. Sean's parents show up to save him, but scythe beats stick any day. Jacko's about to finish the parents off when Sean pretty much asks to get killed first.
Leave my mom and dad alone!
Jacko happily obliges, but Sean's dad pushes him into the cross, which somehow impales him. Then Jacko explodes into a million crappy CG pieces, and they all sadly lived happily ever after. The end. Or is it? Yes, of course it is. The end. That was quite educational on what not to do when you make a horror movie. What can I say other than the monster wasn't scary? Come on, this woman's giant eyes were scarier than that pussy. I give this movie director's son out of Killer Toaster. See ya.
I had beer in it.